like a Hellcat.
So, welcome back students to my channel, and our today's topic is figures of speech. Now, in 10th and 12th standard, figures of speech are asked excessively and each and every exam consists of this topic. So, it is very important for the students to clear the concept of figures of speech. Now, see, let us start with an example that I'll explain you what is the need of figures of speech in English. See, he ran fast. That is a sentence and it is grammatically correct. There is no mistake. We know that the boy is running fast. We know his speed with this sentence. But when I say that he ran like a cheetah, again we are describing the speed of the boy because we know that cheetah is famous for his speed. Now here the sentences mean same, but the difference is how they look, how they appear to the reader. Obviously the readers, we all like to read the second sentence and it is quite attractive than the first one. So that is the work of figures of speech. Figures of speech provide freshness, clarity to the language, and it develops the interest of the reader. And especially the poets use figures of speech in the poem excessively so that the readers like to read the poems and are interested in it. Now, see what are they used for. I have written in easy language so that you can understand. Figures of speech are used to decorate the language. So, decoration, even when we eat some food, when we eat a new dish, a dish is served to us, we like when it is decorated with all the ingredients. So, it appears good. So, to make it look good, for decoration, we need FOS, means figures of speech, and present it in a different form than original. So, like this example is there, I have presented the same sentence in a different form, different than its original form. So that is called figures of speech. When you want to present a sentence in a different form, but you want to give the same meaning to the sentence, that is the use of figures of speech, and also to decorate the language. So this is all about figures of speech. Now, for example, if we many times say that the old man died, so instead of that, we can also use a polite way of addressing that sentence, that the old man passed away. So instead of saying that old man died, and if I say that old man passed away, the difference is I used a figure of speech in that. And which figure of speech, we will discuss that in further lesson, in the further part of the video. So now let us continue. Now I'll start with the first figure of speech, that is simile. And students, we are first discussing the figures of speech which are based on comparison of two objects, right? Now first one is simile. Simile compares one thing to another thing. So it is based on comparison. The main thing is comparison. When two objects are compared which are same but they are different, means there is something which is same in that two objects but that objects are totally different, but one quality is same in that object, that is called simile. See, compares one thing to another thing of a different kind, that objects are different but alike in some way, that objects are alike in some way, there is some quality which is same in that two objects. See, now next point, using like or as. Now this is the key point, because if you remember this point you will never make a mistake. For simile, these are the two keywords. If you see like or as, means it is a simile. When it is asked in MCQ, you have to search for these two words. See the next. Now example, the moon shone bright like a diamond in the sky. So here which two objects are compared? First is the moon and second is diamond. And what is the point of comparison? The brightness. So the moon and diamond are compared because of their brightness. The speaker wants to say that the brightness of the moon is same as that of diamond. And also, can you see the word like or as? Yes, I can see the word like. So that's why it is a simile. Next example, the girl's eyes were as black as coal. Now here again which two objects are compared? The eyes of the girls and the coal. Now we know that coal is known for its black color, the darkest black color. So here the speaker wants to describe the color of the girl's eyes, that it is very black, dark black color. So he has used coal, and also I can see as, the word as and as. That's why it is a simile. So objects are compared, eyes and coal. Next, in the battle, he fought bravely like a lion. So again here, he means that person and lion. So two objects are compared. The person who fought, the soldier maybe, who is fighting in the battlefield, and the lion. And the point of comparison is this. Bravely means his strength. So here bravery of the boy and the lion is same. We know that lion is also well known for his bravery, his strength. So here the person, the soldier is also as brave as lion. That is the point of comparison. And I can see the word like. That's why it is a simile. So students, now I hope you understand that when you see the word like or as, it is a simile, and two objects are compared which are different, but there is something which is same in them, something which is same common in both the objects. So this was it for simile. Now our next figure of speech is metaphor. Metaphor is also used for comparison, but it is implied simile, means it is indirect comparison. Like here how we compare directly that moon is like a diamond. So that is called direct comparison, but here it is indirect comparison, means we will not use the word like or as. Remember that keyword. See, it says that two things are similar. So here also two things are same. Two things are similar. Comparison of two different things using the words such as is, are, was, or were. So students, remember these keywords is, are, was, and were. So metaphor is also comparison of two different objects, but using the words is, are, was, were. We will not use the word like or as in metaphor. See, like or as is not used here. Remember this, you can just note it down that like or as is not used in metaphor. Now see the example so you'll understand better. She is walking dictionary. Now what is the meaning of this? How can a girl be a dictionary? No. Yes, but it is true. She is a walking dictionary. See the word is. Can you see the word is? So here the girl and the dictionary are compared. Means the meaning of the sentence is the girl has a lot of knowledge in her mind about the vocabulary, about the words. So she is called a walking dictionary. Whatever word you ask her, she will give the answer immediately. Like you open the dictionary and you get the meaning. So the girl's knowledge is as good as dictionary. So directly we are saying that the girl's mind is dictionary. Directly we are giving the name dictionary to girl. That is indirect comparison because we are not using the word like or as. Next, the boy was a fish in the water. Now, can you see the word was? Yes, it is already given in the definition. So, the boy was a fish in the water. How can a boy be a fish? See, boy and fish are same. We can say that the fish is there in water, but how is the boy a fish? Because it is about the swimming ability, how the fish swims fast in water, same way the boy swam fast in the water. So here the ability of the boy and the fish are compared, and it is indirect comparison using the word was. Next, life is one big roller coaster ride. Now see students, this is also my favorite example, is also the word is, and here life is compared to roller coaster ride. What is roller coaster ride? I hope you have been to the fair and you have sat in the roller coaster ride. How ups and downs it has, how twists and turns it has. Same way our life also has twists and turns. We sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are happy. At all the points we are not with the same emotions. So also roller coaster rides has ups and downs, twists and turns. Same way life also has ups and downs. So it is up to us whether to scream or to enjoy, because when you are sitting in a roller coaster ride, it is up to you whether to have fun or to scream and get afraid. So in the life also, God gives us ups and downs, but it is up to us whether to scream or to enjoy the life. So here life is indirectly compared to roller coaster ride. Now I hope you understood what is metaphor. Simile is in a direct comparison, metaphor is indirect comparison between two objects. Now the next figure of speech is personification. Now see, in personification the word itself suggests the meaning. Person. So means giving the quality of a person to the object, to the non-living things, that is called personification. And also I have circled the word person. See, a non-human or non-living object, idea or animal is given human characteristics or qualities. Means something which is non-living or something which does not have life is given the quality, is given the characteristic of a person, which is not possible in actual world. Now see the example. The sun is smiling on us today. how is it possible that the sun smiles? It is the quality of a human being to smile. But it is just an example. When the sun came up in the sky and it has a curve, we know that it has a circle, but it has a curve like a smile on our face. So that is the quality. The smiling quality is given to sun, which is actually not possible. Means that is the quality of a person to smile, and that quality is given to sun. That is called personification. The object being personified here is the sun. Next, the rain is dancing on the roof. How is it possible that the rain will dance? It's not possible. But when you say that the water droplets are dropping on the roof, it will make a sound. So it will sound like a dance. So the quality of dancing is quality of a person. A person can dance. The rain cannot dance. But here, when it is raining heavily, you hear the sound when someone dances. Like that, the rain is dancing on the roof. So here the quality is given to rain, which is actually not possible. The rain is personified using the word dance. Next, the pencil wrote the words perfectly. Now we know that the pencil cannot write the word itself. We have to hold the pencil and we have to write it on a paper. Without a hand, a pencil cannot write on its own. So here actually the speaker wants to say that the writer wrote the word perfectly but using the pencil. So here the object being personified is pencil. The characteristic given is writing. The writing of a pencil is done by a human being. So that quality is given to pencil. That is not possible. Pencil cannot write on its own. So here the quality, the characteristic is writing, which is given to the pencil. So here object being personified is pencil, and this is called personification. Giving the characteristics, giving the qualities which only a human beings can do, giving that qualities to the object, that is called personification. I hope this is clear. These three figures of speech are clear to you. Next, number 4 is apostrophe. Means speaking to an object or item that is not alive as if it were in fact alive. What is the meaning of this? Means when you want to speak to an object, means a person or a thing which is not there at present, which is not in front of you, but still you want to speak to that person or that thing, that is called apostrophe. Means speaking to the person who are dead or something which is not alive. See, for example, all of us, we know this is very popular nursery rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. This is the most popular nursery rhyme ever. And in this poem, if you have seen, the boy is talking to the star. So that is called apostrophe. Actually, we cannot talk to the stars, but the boy is addressing the stars as if the stars are alive in front of him. So that is called apostrophe. So when we learned this nursery rhyme, we never knew that we are also using a figure of speech, but it is there. In most of the rhymes, figures of speech are there. Next, oh death, be not proud. Now here the speaker is talking to the death. The death, so one day all of us have to die. So death is proud of itself, that it will take away every one of us one day. So the speaker is addressing to the death that don't be proud of yourself. But actually it's not possible to talk to the death. But here still the speaker is talking to death. That is called apostrophe. Then next, why don't you ever work, you stupid computer? Here the speaker is talking to the computer. Maybe his computer is hanged and it's not working, or it might restart again and again. So here the speaker is talking to computer and he's saying that you are stupid. Why don't you work properly? That is called apostrophe, because computer is not living and actually you cannot talk to computer. But assuming that computer is listening to you, you are talking to the computer. That is the example of apostrophe. Now I hope this figure of speech is clear to you. Next is metonymy. Metonymy means in this figure of speech, a thing is not called by its original name but by the name of something closely related to that thing. In short, we are using some other name instead of the original name. That is called metonymy. I want to describe something, but I use something else to describe that thing. That is called metonymy. But that thing should be related to the original thing. See, the pen is mightier than the sword. Here, what is the meaning of the word pen and what is the meaning of the word sword? This is a very popular example of metonymy. Here, the pen means the written words. Here, the pen is used for written words, the words you write. And here, the sword means it describes the military power. Now here see what is the meaning of the sentence. The pen is mightier than the sword means the written words are more effective than the military power, because the writers can write the books when the books are being read, and when the books are read by the people their lives change. But the sword can directly kill a person. It does not give a chance to change your life. But the pen, the words, the books will change your life. The military power, the sword, can just kill a person. It cannot change a person's life. That's why the pen is mightier, means the pen, the written words are more effective than the military power, than the sword. That is the meaning. Next, Chetan Bhagat is read by people of all age groups. Here, see, the popular writer of India, that is Chetan Bhagat, we all know him very well. So Chetan Bhagat is read by people of all age groups, means all the age group, even the, you can say, the people, those who are in the teenage and the people who have crossed 40s or 50s, all of them like to read all of them like to read Chetan Bhagat's books. But here actually we are not reading the person. Chetan Bhagat is read by the people, but we cannot read the person Chetan Bhagat. It's not possible. But what is the meaning over here? That his work, means his books are being read by the people. So here see, what is the original name is Chetan Bhagat, and we are using something related to it. What is related? His books, we are reading his books, but actually we are using the word Chetan Bhagat for his books. That's why it is called metonymy. What is the main thing over here? His book and the related word is Chetan Bhagat. So that is called metonymy. Next, the White House has decided to crack down on terrorists. Now, students, we all know that White House is in US, and the president of the US, whoever is the president, stays in the White House. So here the White House has decided to crack down on terrorists, means to attack on them. But actually the House is a non-living thing. It cannot decide anything. A person who lives in the White House, means the president of the US, has decided to crack down to attack on the terrorist. So here the word White House is used instead of the US president, means the original name is the president, US president, and we are using the related word. What is the related word to the US president? That is the White House, because the president lives in the White House. So using the White House instead of the US president, that is I am using metonymy. So I hope this metonymy, this figure of speech is clear to you. Using something, some other name instead of the original name, but it should be related to that name. That is called metonymy. So these three examples you can just note down. Next is synecdoche. Now in this figure of speech, a part for the whole or the whole for the part is used. This is, you can say, there are two parts of this figure of speech. You can just write down this. This is the definition. First we will go with the first part, a part for whole. As I told you, this figure of speech is divided into two parts. See, part for whole means when you want to describe a big thing using a small part of that thing. I want to describe a big thing, but I am using that small part to describe that thing. That is called part for whole. See, I bought myself a new set of wheels to travel to work every day. Now here, what is the part? See, set of wheels. Now one set means two wheels, and set of wheels means two sets. That is four-wheeler. So actually, I want to speak about a car. I bought myself a car to travel to work every day. But here, instead of using car, instead of using the word car, I am using the word set of wheels. So that is part for whole. Why? Because the wheels are a part of the car. There are many other parts in the car. It is made up of many other machines. But wheels, four wheels are also the part of a car. So I am using part for describing the whole. What is the part? Wheels. And what is the whole thing over here? The car. So that is called part for whole. Next example. I have few mouths to feed at home. Now here see, mouths. Now you cannot just feed the mouths. Means actually I want to describe that I have many people. I have few people to feed at home. So instead of using the word people, I am using the word mouths. So that is the part. As a whole, I want to represent people, but I am using the part of the people, that is mouths, because mouth is the part of a body, organ of the body. So that is part for whole. Instead of saying I have few people to feed at home, I am just saying that I have few mouths to feed at home, but meaning is still the same because I am using a figure of speech called synecdoche. Now what is the next thing? The whole for the part means I want to describe a small thing, but I am representing that small thing using a big whole thing. See, whole for part. India won the ICC World Cup in 2011. We all know this, right? This is a factual sentence. Now, India won the World Cup in 2011. That is common in the headlines we read it in the newspaper during this time when it was there. But here the word India, country, India, the victory goes to all of us, but actually only the players or the cricket team, that 11 players won the World Cup, not the whole India. All the whole Indian country won this World Cup, but it is only the players, the team of the players that won this World Cup, not the whole country. But still, the victory goes to all of us. That is common. But here, the whole India is represented for a part. What is the part over here? Players. But I am representing that 11 players using the whole country India. So I hope this is clear to you. Next is a figure of speech based on sound effects. So here you can see I've written the figures of speech that are totally based on the sound. How that we'll understand now. See, number 7, onomatopoeia. In this figure of speech, the word suggests the actual sound of some object. It is a word which copies the sound of something. Means an object, an animal, or someone who makes sound, and that word, the sound, the actual sound of that object is given in the sentence. That is called onomatopoeia. The original sound of that animal or that object is copied. See, for example, buzz of bees, hiss of snake. So here we all know when the bees are there, the group beehive of bees, they make buzz sound, and hiss of snake. When the snake takes out the tongue, it makes hiss sound. So that is hiss of snake. Original sound of the snake, original sound of the bees. Then the horn goes beep beep. So here beep beep sound of the horn. The actual sound when you blow horn, the actual sound which comes is beep beep sound. So if that is given in the sentence, that is called the actual sound of the object, that is horn. Then I hear the duck go quack quack quack, and we all know that the ducks they make quack 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 sound, right? So that is called onomatopoeia. The original sound of the duck is given over here, and everywhere over here the original sound of the objects are given, and that is our figure of speech based on the sound effect. So this one is very easy, guys, and it is asked very less in exam. Next, alliteration. Now, alliteration is one of the most important figures of speech, which is asked excessively in exams. See, consonant sounds are repeated, especially at the beginning of the words. Now, for understanding this, I'll just quickly revise what are consonants. See, out of 26 alphabets, there are 26 alphabets in ABCD, and out of that, 5 are vowels, and the remaining 21 are consonants, except for A, E, I, O, U. That 5 are vowels, and all other alphabets except for that 5 are called consonants. So that consonants are repeated. For example, it is B, then sound of B, B, B is repeated. If it is you can say H, then sound of H, H, H is repeated in the sentence in the beginning of the word. That is called alliteration. See the example. Don't drink and drive. Here we can all see clearly the sound D, D, D. So sound of D is repeated, D, D, D. That is called alliteration, and D is a consonant. Then I thought. Now see, this is a, you can say there is a tongue twister, and all the tongue twisters mostly follow this figure of speech, alliteration. Whichever tongue twister you take, you will see alliteration in that. See, I thought a thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I thought I thought. So here the sound of th is repeated everywhere, as you can see, th, th, th. See, so this is also an example of alliteration. This tongue twister is also example of this. Then next, now here it is very interesting, something which I have written, which you all might not be aware of, the brand names which are very famous, which we all know. Coca-Cola. See, here also C and C, CO, CO. That brand names also follow this figure of speech, alliteration, and using this figure of speech they can make their brand names popular, and we all like to speak these brand names. Why? Because alliteration is used in that, and this brand names they pay lakhs of rupees for to the people who give the new names to them, and using this figure of speech. So if you use this figure of speech, even you can make your own brand name. Then see, Kit Kat. We all know this, right? Kit Kat, and it is also one of our favorite chocolates. So sound of K and K is repeated, and that is also a brand name using alliteration. Then next, cartoons which have been famous. See, Mickey Mouse, M. Sound of M is repeated and is also famous. Donald Duck, again, sound of D and D is repeated just like this one. So we were unaware till now that even the brand names and even the cartoons coming up in the TV, they use this figure of speech alliteration to give the title to their show. So I hope this figure of speech is clear to you. But it is also only based on consonants. Now, one figure of speech, it is not there, which is based on the vowels, the repetition of vowels is called assonance. It is opposite of alliteration, but it is not there in your syllabus. So moving ahead, next figure of speech based on sound effect is pun. The easiest, one of the easiest figures of speech, but it is asked very less in the exam. That is pun, play on words. Now we see the definition. It is a funny or comical way of using a word or a phrase, means a group of words or a word is used so that more than one meaning is suggested, means double meaning. Sometimes some people have a habit of talking double meaning in double meaning. That is, they are using pun, means they use one word but the meanings are more than one, maybe two or three. So that is called pun, double meaning words. See, example, a bicycle can't stand on its own because it is too tired. Now here, can you see this word too tired? Now bicycle has two tires, we all know. So that is one meaning. One meaning is the wheels, the wheels of the bicycle. If you don't put a stand, it will fall down because it is too tired. But the other meaning is also there, that is the bicycle is tired, means it is worn out. It is tired, it is worn out. When you are tired, you cannot work anymore, you want to sleep, you feel sleepy, that is you are tired. So bicycle cannot stand because it is too tired, means it will fall down. When you are tired, you fall down, you fall asleep. So here double meaning is suggested. One is wheels and one is it is tired and it is sleepy. Second, how do celebrities stay cool? The celebrities, the actors, the actresses, they stay cool. They are very cool and calm. How do they stay cool? Because they have many fans. Now here, the word fans has double meaning. One is their followers. The followers means the people like us who follow celebrities, who copy their style. So they have fans. They have many followers. And the other meaning is machine. The fan, the machine which circulates air. That's why they stay cool. So here there is double meaning. The celebrities stay cool because they have fans, they have followers, or the other meaning is they have the fan, the machine. That's why they stay cool. So this is pun using the same word for double meaning. So these were the figures of speech based on sound effects. Now moving ahead. So now our next figures of speech are based on contrast or opposite ideas. So see, I have written already, as you can see, three figures of speech. These are based on opposite ideas or opposite words, you can say. Now, in that first one, but the number is number 10, antithesis. A person or thing that is the direct opposite of someone or something else. One person or one thing is there, and the other person or other thing is opposite of that thing, means two opposite things or two opposite persons. Two opposite ideas are put together in a sentence. So when I say something and I oppose that thing in the same sentence, so two opposite ideas are put in one sentence. That is called antithesis. See, first one, united we stand, divided we fall. Here you might have heard this already in social. United we stand, divided we fall means if we work together, we will become successful, but if we fight with each other, then we will fall down, we will fail. So united we stand, divided we fall. Here as you can see, opposite words are also used, stand and fall. But not only opposite words, two opposite ideas are used. Standing is united, falling is divided. So these are the two opposite ideas. Then injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is one of my favorites. See, injustice and justice are two opposite things, right? And injustice anywhere and threat to justice everywhere, two opposite ideas are there. If at any one place you see injustice, something wrong is happening to someone, if you don't stop that, and finally gradually you will see that whole world will be covered with injustice. So you should go with justice everywhere, there should be justice, and that is how we can take out injustice from the world. So these are the two opposite ideas. Then next, speech is silver and silence is golden. Right now we all know in Gujarati also it is said that bole tena bor vechaય no bole tena nav gud. So that is like this: speech is silver and silence is golden. So if you speak it is like silver, but if you keep quiet it is still better. Silence and speech, see, opposite ideas are used. So silence and speech and golden and silver, these are the two opposite ideas, so that is called antithesis. There are many more examples of antithesis, and antithesis is frequently asked. This figure of speech is asked a lot, like man proposes and God disposes. That is also example of antithesis. Okay, next, paradox. See, understand carefully. It is a statement that appears to be illogical, means senseless. You read that statement, you will feel that what is the meaning of this? This is senseless, nonsense statement. It is illogical, but it is actually valid or true. But when you read it carefully, when you try to understand the meaning, at that time you will understand that no, there is something hidden inside it. It is true. The statement is not illogical. That is called paradox. So sounds senseless. As I told you, first of all, it will sound senseless, but then you will understand the meaning is something valid. See, first example, the child is the father of the man. Now, how can a child be the father of a man? Is it possible? No. But what is the meaning of this? When you are in the childhood, in your childhood, whatever qualities or whatever characteristics you have, that will continue when you grow up, when you reach your adulthood. So a child inculcates the qualities in his childhood, and the same qualities will be with him throughout his life. So as a child, what he will learn, he will continue the same thing, the same qualities when he becomes a father. So that is the meaning. So at first it was senseless, but now you know that it has some meaning hidden. Now next, less is more. If it is less, then how could it be more? What is the logic behind this? So when you have less number of things, then you can focus on it nicely. If you have something more, then your focus will be distributed. You will not be able to focus. Your mind will be diverted. But if you have less number of things, then you can work out more on that things, and more nicely you can carry out the things. So that's why less is more. Then I am nobody. How can I be nobody? I am someone, I have my name, I have my identity, but how am I nobody? What is the sense behind this? I am nobody means I am nobody to you. I am of least importance to you. That is the meaning. When a person has a fight with the other person, he says to him or he says to her that I am nobody means I am of no importance to you. I don't hold any importance in your life. That is the meaning of this. So now you understood paradox, that it is senseless at first, but it has some meaning inside it. That is paradox. It is illogical, but it is valid or true. Next, irony. Now, irony is also used excessively. Irony means it is a surprise. You expect something and something else happens. That is irony. Or you can say taunting language people use. See, when you expect something, but what happens is totally different than that thing. You are expecting that yes, this thing will happen. You are totally, 100% sure. But what happens is exactly different. Is exactly something opposite of what happens. That is irony. See, used for suspense and interest of reader. People use this irony in reality shows, or even in the movies. Irony is used a lot because the audience is expecting something, but something else is the outcome. It is also called sarcasm. See, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Now, person is in the middle of the ocean, is in the boat, and everywhere surrounding is water, is in the ocean. But ocean water is not drinkable, it is salty, it is impure, so we cannot drink ocean water. So he has water everywhere, he has lot of water, but not a drop to drink. But he does not have a drop to drink. He has a lot of water around him, but he cannot drink that water because it is not drinkable. So that is irony. Water is there, lot of water is there, but he cannot drink. The student was given excellent on getting zero in the exam. Now, when a student fails or gets a zero in a particular subject, and if the teacher gives him excellent remark in the result card, that is opposite of what he expects. The student expects that he will get a bad remark, right? But he gets excellent, means the teacher wants to taunt him, or it is a sarcasm that you are failing, and the teacher gives him excellent. Next, you laugh at a person who slipped stepping on a banana peel, and the next thing you know, you have slipped too. Now you are laughing at a person. You just saw a person who slipped on the banana peel, and you laugh, and the God did an irony with you. You also slipped on the same banana peel. So that is irony. So never laugh at anyone, because you never know that when you face this irony. And even life is ironical. You know how? Because the word life means to live, but life, what is the meaning of that word, to live? But the irony of the life, the saddest irony of the life is no one gets out of it alive. Everyone has to die some or the other day. So the end of the life is death. The word life itself is ironical, because the end is death. Thank you. Now we will continue. So students, our next figure of speech is hyperbole. Now, see, what is the definition of hyperbole? An overstatement used in order to emphasize a point. Now, what is overstatement? Here I have written the word overstatement. Means speaking more than what is needed. Sometimes you get hyper, you get excited, and you speak more than what is required. That is called hyperbole or overstatement. Many comedians like Kapil Sharma also used this FOS for their acts. Now, most of us, we have seen this show, Kapil Sharma, and other comedians also. They use this figure of speech, especially. They speak more than what is needed to make us laugh. So this figure of speech is popular among the comedians also. See the example. I am so tired I could sleep for a year. Means here the speaker wants to say that he is very tired. He is extremely tired that he could sleep for a year. But actually we know that in practical world it is not possible. We cannot sleep for a year. But what is the speaker emphasizing is pressurizing that fact that he is very tired, that he wants to sleep for a long time. So here for a year means it is he wants to sleep for a long time, not actually for a year. Next, I am so hungry, I could eat a horse. Now we know that sometimes we feel hungry and we cannot wait. No, that is, you are starving and you say this. You are hungry for a long time and you say that I could eat a horse. So actually, you don't have to eat a horse. But when you use this sentence, you mean to say that you are very hungry, that you cannot wait even for a minute for the food to come to you. That is hyperbole. Next, somewhere ages and ages hence. Now this line, students, I have taken from 9th standard poem 1, that is The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. He has used this line, somewhere ages and ages hence. So here the word ages and ages means after a long time, after so many years in the future. So he has written ages and ages hence. He has actually used hyperbole, as said that after so many years he will be speaking this. So that is also example of hyperbole. Next, lightroads. Now this is very easy to find out in the MCQs. See, lightroads. Positive idea is expressed with a negative word. Remember this negative word. Whenever you see any negative word, for example, not in a sentence, you have to understand that lightroads are used in that, and this figure of speech is asked frequently in exam a lot. See, positive idea is expressed with negative word. You want to say something positive, but you use negative word and you describe your idea. That is called hyperbole. That is called lightroads. Sorry. See, first one. It is not a bad idea. Means it is a good idea. Obviously, you sometimes you say that it's not a bad idea of yours. Means you want to say it is a good idea. If it is not bad, means it is good. But you are using the word not to say that it is good idea. So you want to say something positive, but you are using negative word. Next, he is not a bad singer. Means he is a pretty good singer. Again, not. If he is not bad singer, that means you want to say he is a good singer, right? Then, in leaves, no step had trodden black. Same like this, I have taken this line from the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. And in this line, the poet says that no step, see, negative word is there, no step had trodden black. Means the leaves were as it is. No step, the people had not walked on that road, means that road was unused. So the leaves were as it is. They were not walked over by the traveler. So here he has used light roads in this line. So I hope these two figures of speech are clear. Moving ahead. Next, our next figure of speech is climax. Now climax and anticlimax, there are two figures of speech which are opposite to each other. Climax we also see in the movies. So similar to that, what is climax? Here the words are arranged in an increasing order, ascending order of importance. Remember this word, increasing order means first importance, then second, which is more important, and the third, which is most important. For example, I'll just give you a live example, the common example. You talk about the class, or you talk about the bench on which you're sitting. So the bench, then your class, and then comes the school. So that is increasing order of importance. See, now you will understand better. Let a man his duties to himself, his family, and his God. So first, every human being, each and every human being has the duty towards himself. First, he has to make himself perfect. So first, you have the duty over yourself. So himself, then comes his family, and then comes God. So increasing order of importance. Next, she dreamt of having a servant, a car, and a house. So first, what is she dreaming? She dreams of having a servant in her house, then she dreams of having a car, and then finally she dreams of having a house. So increasing order, see, servant, then a car, and then the house. So this is something like big, bigger, and then biggest, the biggest. Next, he begs, he lies, he steals, he kills for the gold. So the person, like we can take an example of a poor person, the needy person, he has no other choice. So first he will beg. He begs from the people that please give me some money or some food. Then if he doesn't get it, he will lie. He will start speaking a lie. He will start lying to others. Then still he fails, he will start stealing. Whatever he gets from whomever, he will steal. But still if he fails, then he will finally kill for the gold. So this is all. Gold means over here you can say money or whatever is his need. So here you can count gold as money. So first he will beg, then he will lie, then steal, and then he will kill finally. That is increasing order of importance. So that is climax. And climax is asked many times in exams. Next, anticlimax. As I told you, anticlimax is opposite, exactly opposite of climax. So the same definition, opposite of climax, and words are arranged in decreasing order. See, here it was increasing order, but here it is decreasing order. The words are arranged in decreasing order of importance. The most important thing first, then the less important, and the least important. Now I can take the same example again. First I take the school, then the class, and then your bench. That is called anticlimax. Coming down. That was going upstairs. Now coming downstairs. See. He lost his family, his car, and his cell phone in an accident. So the person who was with his family in a car going on a trip, first he met with an accident. So what he lost first, the most important thing, his family. Then he lost his car. That is the next important thing for him. And finally he lost his cell phone. That is the small or the least important thing over here. So three things are there: his family, then his car, and then his cell phone. See the decreasing order of importance, because for anyone, family is the most important thing, then the car, the asset, and then his cell phone, the smallest asset. So that is anticlimax. Now second example for anticlimax, which is easily understandable: I die, I faint, I fail. So first the person says that he died, then he fainted, and then he failed. But it's not possible. Why? Because the person will fail, maybe in an exam or in his life, and then he will faint, he will fall down, he will be unconscious, and then he will die finally. But here it is opposite. Here it is decreasing order. Like first he will die, and then he will faint, and then he will fail. It is not actually possible, but it is used by the poets in the poem because it is a part of figures of speech. See, first he dies, then he faints, he falls down, and then he fails. So that is decreasing order, coming downstairs, and that is anticlimax, opposite of climax. I hope there is no doubt in this two, and there is I hope I have given the clarity, I have put the proper light on this two figures of speech and the difference among them, among between these two. And I hope these two figures of speech are also clear to you now. So now we'll move ahead to our next figure of speech.